Battlefield. Battlefield 1 is not the first Battlefield, but it's Battlefield 1 because it's World War 1, but it's Battlefield 5 or 6 because they had Battlefield 4, and then they had Hardline, which was like Battlefield 5, and now it's Battlefield 6, but it's Battlefield 1. It's World War 1 Battlefield. Battlefield 1. It's out now. And I've been playing it for about a week. It came out for early access users and people that bought the Ultimate Edition or people that bought the Deluxe Edition last Tuesday, and then it came out Friday for everybody else, all the plebes that didn't spend extra money like we did. And I ended up caving at I think Sunday or Monday, the day before it came out on that Tuesday. And I bought the Ultimate Edition because I knew that I was going to want this season pass and I wanted to play early and all that stuff. And I was hesitant about it. If you watch my video going over the beta for Battlefield 1, it felt a lot like Battlefield to me. I wasn't really sure about the theme, the maps, the class balances. But I ended up caving at the last minute, buying all the game, which was surprising. But I've been playing it. I'm only about 4 hours into the multiplayer, so I'm only level 8, so I don't have a lot of experience with that. But I played the whole campaign first before I really got into the multiplayer, and I will say that I'm having a ton of fun with Battlefield 1. This is my favorite Battlefield game since probably 1942, and I really enjoyed Battlefield 3 as well on the Xbox. Played a lot of Battlefield 4 on the PC. It wasn't my favorite game. It wasn't a bad game. Battlefield is a great game. And I played Hardline for a bit, and then that died on me really fast, but I'm really, really enjoying Battlefield 1. So I am going to start with what I've played the most on is the story. So the story mode is different in this Battlefield game. I didn't play through the whole story in Hardline, but Battlefield 4, you're following this group of soldiers through an entire one single storyline that has a beginning, middle, and end, and that was good. But this one is a little bit different, and it's a little more in touch with characters, even though it's shorter with those characters. So let's break it down, and I'm sure you're aware already, but the single player is broken up into multiple little story arcs where you're following a single character in the center of this one story arc versus another. And it really is in touch with the humanity side of this being a world war, trying to give the emphasis of how big of a deal it was at this time. And you really do get that sense from this video game. But another thing that they use the single player campaign as is a teaching point for the actual game itself. So every single story arc has a different focus of game mechanics. So one, you're a tank driver, so it really is focused on vehicle-to-vehicle combat. Another one, you're a pilot, so it's aerial combat. And then another one, you're a little more sneaky, so it's really foot, infantry to infantry, and dealing with either do you take them head-on, do you do it a little sneakily? Spoiler alert, I always took them head-on because that's just way more fun for me. And just different little aspects of the game like that. And I just found it really fun to be able to learn those little pieces outside of just playing online against other people. So I thought that was a really cool touch. It was a learning experience to play a campaign, but it was also, like I said, you get that in-touch feeling for some of the characters because you're sticking with them for only 4 missions, but the missions are longer, and there's not really... You can tell that you're going to the next mission because of cutscenes, but there's not really a break. You're playing this one really long mission, it feels like, that you can go back and play different sections of over again. So I really love the campaign. I haven't enjoyed a single-player campaign in a while, especially in a Battlefield game, especially in a shooter FPS game. But I would generalize that story, single-player mode, amongst games that all they do is single-player as one of my favorites in a while. So I highly recommend it. If you've just been burning on multiplayer, take a break. It only takes about half an hour to do each story arc. Just knock them out. Enjoy it. It's really fun. But looking at the game itself, it is freaking beautiful. I'm playing on my GTX 1060 on my desktop, and I've also done a benchmark video already for my Razer Blade 14. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But the game runs really, really well. I haven't had any issues. I know the latest driver had some issues for some people. I haven't tried it since updating my graphics driver, but overall the game is beautiful. It runs really smooth. I haven't had any networking issues since the game coming out. like we had with Battlefield 4. That was a nightmare trying to get the game to just run and work right when the game released. And so I haven't had any issues so far. And like I said earlier, I'm only about level 8. I'm only like 4 hours into the multiplayer, but I've been enjoying it a lot. It feels like less of a grind. One thing that they've done in this game in particular is the objective is really key to gaining XP. So a lot of people want to just get kills and ignore their squad and do all that stuff to try to get their XP and to get their KD ratio up. But if you're playing objective mode and you want to rank up faster and you want to get points, you follow your squad, you stick as a team, and you complete the objectives. And that is the whole point of these type of games. And the fact that they've designed the leveling around that impresses me and it excites me and it actually makes it fun to play. So that's basically my thoughts on the game. I'm having a ton of fun. Like I said, I've done the campaign. I've only played a few hours multiplayer, but I can see this taking a lot of time away. Like, I haven't touched Destiny since Battlefield 1 came out, and I'm primarily a Destiny player, especially with hard mode raid coming out. I'm nowhere near the light level to be able to do hard mode, and I'm still not there. And I don't really care that much because I'm enjoying Battlefield 1 so much. So that's my thoughts. Are you guys playing Battlefield 1? Played the single player? How'd you like it? All that stuff. Just put that stuff in the comments. Let's talk about it. You know, I ask every time, and every once in a while people do comment stuff, and I always reply. So if you want to speak up, tell me I'm stupid and Call of Duty for the win, Battlefield sucks, or opposite, I don't care. Let's talk. Anyway, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and as always, I hope your day is beer and Skittles.